Crypto investment and trading are like a game in which winning or losing is determined based on market factors like demand and price. These factors sometimes have to be determined quickly, in a matter of minutes, or even in a few seconds. I'm not exaggerating here, guys. Things in the crypto world move fast. If you didn't know how to recognize trends before everybody else does, you'll be left behind. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make the big moves. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the hardest working channel in all of cryptocurrency. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and check the description for links you can use to connect with me and the Bit Squad. All right, guys, I'm sure there is no need to emphasize any more about this. One thing is knowing the rules. Another thing is knowing how to play the game the right way. Game theory. I mean, are you going to be one of those who don't risk and don't win? One of those who throw their money into a gamble and rely on luck? Or will you be one of the smart ones and the professional traders who knows the ins and outs? I reckon everybody would pick the third. Come on, even an idiot should know what's best. If you agree with me, then you'll definitely need to understand how to recognize trends and predict crypto prices, which makes you able to be prepared for the long run. So let's dig into how forecasting crypto prices works so you can increase your earnings. First of all, let's start with the two most basic states of the crypto price: bullish and bearish. We have a bull market when the price is thriving or it's expected to keep rising for a while. In the opposite direction, a bear market indicates a time when the price is falling or expected to plunge. Sounds like a zoo, huh? Please, don't ever think simply that rising is always good, or you will get wrecked. These are the two basic principles. If you predict the market will be bullish, you're encouraged to hold on to your funds or even buy more coins, then sell them when the price goes up. On the contrary, if you see bearish movements, it's better to sell out before suffering from losses. I just did that. It's quite simple though, right? Bull or bear. That's what you need to keep in mind and determine case by case. I can hear you guys asking now.
But BitBoy, how the heck are we supposed to know whether the market is bullish or bearish?
Well, it can be a hard one. The answer will depend on the time and who you ask. So don't expect anybody to tell you. You got to figure it out for yourself. Also, the time frames are important. So I know probably not what you expected, but thankfully we have a lot of data, charts, and tools provided by various exchanges and software. All we have to do is chop them off and grasp the best ideas we can come up with. So here, I'm going to give you an introduction about several popular ways that are being widely used to analyze the market price. They can be divided into three main categories: technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and sentimental analysis. Technical analysis in particular involves all historical statistics, including price movements, trading volume, and many other past indicators and metrics. Based on watching the price history records, plus some extra calculation, you may be able to notice similar patterns and catch hints of when it may go up and down again. For example, now that we just experienced a little bit of bearish action in the market, what was the trend once the last bear market ended for Bitcoin? Fundamental analysis approaches price direction from another perspective, not from the crypto price itself, from a macro viewpoint and other external factors. These are things like the demand and use case for a project, as well as other factors such as the world economy, company revenue, the weather forecast on an upcoming superstorm, or a new Marvel blockbuster. And I'm not even kidding. If there is any big event coming in the future and a blockchain project that could potentially benefit from it, you gotta keep your eyes open. Industries change. So now we've looked at the historical trends and the current events that could affect the market. The last key element, sentimental analysis, is the human factor, including not only crypto traders, but everyone, no matter who they are, from politicians, celebrities, reporters, or even regular people who hang out in the Walmart parking lot. At least that's what they do here in Georgia. The more influential, the more people are likely to affect crypto demand and price. You guys may have heard the recent case in which several big-name Twitter accounts were hacked and tweeted out Bitcoin phishing attempts to millions of users. What a scam. You know what I mean? The butterfly effect can really drive a massive craze. These effects can go both ways, such as the price is mooning once a celebrity decides to tip their toes into crypto or maybe even paint their nails. I'm sure that you are tired of theory, so let's move on to the thing you will be facing every day when you make a decision reading charts. I've heard many people complain about having no clue how to read and draw a conclusion from charts. Don't worry, I'm here to show you the secret art. It's not really even that difficult. If you take a look In this candlestick illustration here, price charts are an indispensable component in technical analysis. They reflect the fluctuation in the price over a period of time, which can be a 24-hour time period, a week, a month, or even a lifespan. Here's a tip for reading charts though. Focus on the color of the thick column. We like it thick. Green implies that the price gained value, while red shows price has dropped. You see, it's easy, like eating candies. The two heads of the thick column represent the opening and closing price, following the green and red rule. Up represents the closing price in green, but the opening price in red, with the opposite being also the case. The next thing to notice is the thin line, with the top showing the highest price and the bottom for the lowest price during that session. Congratulations, you've now acquired all the data you need to read and understand a chart. Now you only need to practice and learn the rules. So let's move on to a higher level to use the data to recognize the trend in market price. We have another tool called trend lines. This method focuses on outlining a linear route made from high or low points to draw an upward or downward trend while excluding abnormal or occasional fluctuations appearing during the whole period. Conversely, there's another tool called a moving average, in which you can track the movements by connecting the average of a range of market prices. We often choose closing prices. Based on the moving average line, you can catch up on the trend in the longer term together with typical points, while trend lines are usually more suitable for short-term decisions. These are the most basic things you should know about technical analysis and reading price charts, which you might be dealing with a lot depending on how serious you want to take trading. Certainly, it requires a lot more time and practice to master this technique, let alone combining fundamental and sentimental analysis into your homework. Evaluating the business system or even a trader's emotions is much more sophisticated and needs other advanced tools. So for now, what you need to do before thinking about those headaches is to try your best to utilize the charts. Do you want my personal advice? Haste makes waste. Being the best at one thing is better than being mediocre at everything. And I assure you guys that you will find crypto trading much more fun and enjoyable after doing that. You guys make sure to keep your eyes on your portfolio and monitor events that could affect it.
Good idea, sir.
But now it's your turn. What other tips do you have when it comes to detecting crypto trends? What other techniques would you like to know about? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Big Boy out.